And so, as a school of education here at Indiana University, I am so glad to be part of this tradition. And so without further ado, I'm just going to get out of the way and have Dr. Weiss do his thing. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Raymond Wise, and we are certainly glad to be here. Thank you, Dean Watson. We're certainly glad to be here at the School of Education. I believe this is our 5th or 6th year coming to share here in a concert for the Black History Month celebration. And certainly, while we know that Black History comes in February, we are always willing and excited about sharing this wonderful music that comes from this African American tradition. And today, as the choir is coming forth, this is the African American Choral Ensemble. We are one of 3, yes. We are one of 3 performing ensembles in the African American Arts Institute, and we specialize in performing music composed for, by, and about African Americans. And today we're going to share some of those wonderful selections with you today. But we want you to know from the onset that African American music is what we call a collective art. Everyone say collective art. And what that means, it's not just for us to enjoy, it's also for you. So that means you get to sing along, rock along, clap along, tap along, sway, and all the things that we get to do. But it's a celebration, and we want to invite you into this celebration. So we're going to start the celebration by going all the way back to Africa. We're going to go to South Africa, in fact, and we're going to sing a song entitled Shoshaloza. This song has been an unofficial kind of theme of South Africa. It was performed when Mandela was released from prison, and it's a song that talks about the miners coming out of the gold and diamond mines of South Africa and the trains coming out to freedom and out of South Africa. So enjoy Shoshaloza. Thank you for being here. Shoshaloza. Thank you. So, from Africa, Africans came to America. And in fact, this year is the 400th anniversary, well, not anniversary, but the 400th year that we can mark the time that the first 20 African slaves were brought to this continent. But when they came from Africa, they brought with them a rich tradition, they brought a rich culture, they brought a rich heritage. And that heritage was something that they began to display and manifest in many ways. And very, very importantly, they put it into their music. And as they found themselves on plantations as an enslaved people, they always looked forward to freedom. They always longed to be free. So in the basis of most of the music you'll hear that yearning for freedom. And they would use their songs. They developed a new kind of song that was called the spiritual. Most scholars suggest that the spiritual is the first authentic American music to develop in this country. But those songs were used for many things. First, they were religious folk songs. They used them as songs to praise their God. They were also songs that allowed them to work. They were work songs, but they were also songs of communication. And they sang these songs to communicate messages to one another about what was happening on the plantation. And they would sing this one song that they called Steal Away. And when they sang this song, Steal Away, it was a coded song that meant that either there was a meeting on the plantation and you needed to get away to get to the meeting, or it was a sign telling their friends and family that in a little bit, I'm going to steal away or run away to freedom in the north. And it says, I ain't got long to stay here. We hope that you enjoy this song, and this is one of the songs that they may have sung. We're doing it in the concert spiritual tradition, and we hope you enjoy Steal Away. Once the slaves would steal away and leave and run away, they had to run. Because certainly when it was discovered they were missing, there would be folks who would be on their trail to catch them and bring them back to slavery. So they had to run. There were many coded messages that you'll find in the spirituals. You'll hear one song like "Wade in the Water," which meant that as you run away, stay in the water so the dogs won't catch your scent. You find songs like "Follow the Drinking Gourd," which told them to follow the stars in the sky, which led them to freedom. But this song is a song that said, "Run, Mary, run, run, Mary, run. You've got a right to the tree of life." Now, of course, there was one meaning in the Christian meaning of the song, where Mary went to the tomb and she realized that the risen Lord was gone, and the angel said, "Well, run back and tell the people that Jesus has arisen, and now you have a right to eternal life." But as the slaves would sing this song, and this is actually a ring shout song from the Gullah Islands area, it was also a song talking about running to freedom, because everybody has a right to life. And that's what this song is about. So enjoy "Run, Mary, Run," featuring Maya Harris and Marley Claiborne.
Run, Mary, run, run, Mary, run, I say, run, Mary, run. You've got a right to the tree of life. You've got a right to the tree of life. Run, Mary, run, run, Mary, run, I say, run, Mary, run. You've got a right to the tree of life. You've got a right to the tree of life.
So as the African Americans, former slaves, moved to the northern cities, they brought with them the African aesthetics. They brought many of the things that they experienced in the rural areas of the South. And when they got to the north and they saw all of the wonderful technology and the revolution of all the industry going forth, the rural and the urban areas kind of collided, and it created some new music. And one of those new musical forms was that of gospel music. Gospel music was a musical form developed in the late 1920s and 30s when African American blues and jazz musicians came back to the church. and began combining that blues and jazz with the hymns and spirituals of the church. And they formed this new music called gospel music. The next song is an example of a gospel song. It's called This Is the Day That the Lord Has Made. And of course, it is a song of celebration, but a song of invitation. So as we sing this song, you're going to see us rock, you're going to see us clap, you're going to see us move, and guess what? You can do it too. So wherever you are, you can tap your foot, you can rock along, and in gospel music, we use what's called improvisation, which means making things up on the spot, and repetition, which means we repeat things over and over and over again, and that's on purpose. Because the more we repeat it, you as the audience or the congregation will be able to pick it up, learn it, and join in and sing along. So as we sing this song, and we sing the song of celebration, we invite you into the celebration. You have permission to rock, to clap, to sing, and tap your neighbor if you want, but enjoy. This is the day. And the tag says we're going to have a good time. So come on, let's have a good time. This is the day. Enjoy.
We're
in our times of celebration. But what happens is sometimes as we celebrate on the inside, we neglect the pain that's going on the outside. And this next song is a song that just asks a question. It asks, who have you helped today? Who have you helped today? Have you reached out for someone who's lost their way? Who have you helped today? And it goes on to say that love is the key, love is the answer. And we want to encourage you to listen to this song, but think about the answer. Have you seen someone in need in your area, or in your class, or in your neighborhood, or in your dorm, or in your office, and you knew there was perhaps something you could do, but you were afraid? But you may have been the answer. So think about that, and find a way that you might be able to help someone today. Enjoy. Who have you helped today? So take that question with you. Then there's another song we're going to share. And this song encourages us to go out and do something. As we think on the history of Black Americans, African Americans in this country, there were so many who took a stand. There were so many who stood for something so that even as African Americans today, we can enjoy many of the privileges that we do enjoy. But they stood up because they saw needs. And this next song says, stand up, speak out, let the world know it's time for change. Things won't stay the same. Things can't stay the same. And they won't stay the same if we indeed take a stand. So we encourage you, invite you to enjoy this piece. We've got many soloists who are going to be singing in this song. And we want to share. They are Tony Turner, Nicole Bovard, Cameron Brown. We've got a trio. We've got Maddie and Destiny and AJ. And then we've got another solo, Luther Gill. So we hope you enjoy it, and we hope you do stand up, speak out. Now, when we get through this song, we've got some movement, some things we're going to do. So pick it up, join in, stand up, speak out. Enjoy.
Hey, Tony!
People stand on streets because they have nowhere to sleep. It's time for change. Things can't stay the same. People stand on streets because
Anyone agree that it's time for change? It's time for change. We are so excited that the African American Choral Ensemble, as I said, is one of 3 ensembles of the African American Arts Institute, all of which are over 40 years old. And we are certainly grateful that we've had some wonderful directors over the years who have certainly poured into this group and helped them to endure and to last throughout these 40 years. We do especially want to dedicate this performance to one of our directors, Dr. James Mumford, who was recently hospitalized and is recovering, and we just wanted to know that he is in our thoughts and in our prayers. But last year, we did something that was very, very special. And I'll go back a little bit to kind of give you the history and the story of this. When I first came to Bloomington to direct the choral ensemble, and this has been 7 years now, this is my 7th year. Almost everywhere I went in Bloomington, no matter where it was, I spoke with people and said, you know, I used to be in the choral ensemble. Or I sang with Dr. Mumford, or I sang under Melody Bird. They all had stories about singing with the choral ensemble. And I realized there have been literally hundreds of folks who've been in this ensemble since it started in 1975-76 year. So we had an idea. Wouldn't it be neat if we could get some of those folks who were part of the choral ensemble to come and join us, and to share with us, and to sing with us in this concert? And then, not only did I meet alumni who said that they enjoyed the choral ensemble, but I met all of these staff and faculty folks who kept saying, boy, I wish I could sing with the choral ensemble. So, there's one of them right there. So we said, wouldn't it be really nice to see if we can get some staff folks and some folks who are alumni and faculty folks to come and join us. So last year, for the first time, what we did is we kind of put together a kind of faculty staff choir ensemble that would join us for the last selections that we would do for this concert here at the School of Education. And we're so excited today that there's some folks who used to sing with Ace. Some have even come down from Indianapolis and a couple other places to join us. And we're so excited that they are here. And we're glad because they're an extension of us and we are an extension of them. So at this time, we're going to invite all of our friends who are on the faculty here at IU, who are staff folks, and who are alum who have rehearsed with us, to come and join us. So come on. Now, for those of you who missed it this year, when we do it next year, we're going to be looking for all of you faculty and staff folks, to love to come back and join us. And as I shared with the faculty, this is not an intense kind of crazy thing to make you anxious. It's just a fun time to join the celebration. So, you don't have to be a wonderful, marvelous, fantastic singer. You don't have to have a recording contract anywhere. You just need to have a willing heart and a willing spirit to come on and join us as we sing together. So, for next year, I'm recruiting a year in advance. Come on and join us. When we send out these emails and the notifications come out, plan to be a part of this celebration, and we would love to have you. We're going to sing a song. The first song we're going to sing is a song that's called You're the One. It says, you're the one who's called to make the difference. And you notice the theme of all these songs we've been singing the last few minutes. They're songs with a challenge. They give us a challenge to go out and make the world a better place. And so often when we turn on the news or we look around the world in our community, we see things that are wrong and that are crazy, and we get frustrated. We feel like there's nothing we can do. But there is something we can do, and perhaps you're the one to do it. This song I wrote many years ago, and I wrote it, and this is the story behind the song. Many of you are familiar with this situation where you're driving down the road, and as you're going down the road, you're getting ready to stop at a light, and as you see the light, you see someone standing on the corner with a sign. It says, I need help, or we'll work for food, or whatever the sign may be. So as you're driving, you go, oh goodness, here we go. I don't have any money to give today. Oh Lord, the light is green. Please let it stay green. Let it stay green. God, let it stay green. And then you keep riding. Next thing you know, it turns yellow and it turns red, and you get caught by the light, and right outside your window is somebody with a sign saying, I need help. And what we normally do is we will either turn away and ignore them, or we'll stare at them like, why in the world are you out here on a sub-degree, zero freezing day with a sign saying you need some help? We either stare or we turn away. But perhaps we got caught by the light because we're the one in that moment to be the help for that person. And the same thing goes when we see challenges in our community. When things go wrong, we're very easy to point the finger and say, it's your fault, you did it, you're wrong. But you know what they say? When you point one finger, there are three more pointing back at you. So what this song is saying, perhaps when you see a need or something that just drives you crazy, maybe it's not for someone else to fix. Maybe you're the one to make the difference. I'm the one to make the difference. Together, we're the ones to make the difference. And that's what the celebration of Black History Month is about. Some folks who thought that they were the ones, as weak or small as they may have been, they knew that they were the ones to make a difference. And together, they changed the world for everybody. So as we celebrate African Americans in the month of Black History, we're not just celebrating a people, but we're celebrating what that group of people did for the whole human family. So we are the ones that can make a difference. You're the one.
Someone needs to show
So the next time you see a need, remember, you're the one that can make a difference. Now, we're going to go from this place. And I don't know if you felt what I felt, but there's been such a warm spirit and warm, great feeling in this room. We've got to now take what we feel here out into a world that is cold, literally freezing cold. But this next song says, let it shine. And all of us have a light. Some folks may perhaps feel like there's the big floodlight. Some folks feel like their light is the sun. And other folks may feel like their light is just a little candle or match. But it doesn't matter. If there's a dark room, even a little match can bring light to a room. So as we sing this song, and as we prepare to kind of wind down with this, our final song, we want you to know that each and every one of you has a light. Don't compare your light to your neighbor's light, because you may be called to shine in a special place that they're not called to shine. But take your light wherever you go and shine and make the world a brighter place. This song we're so excited about because we have our wonderful friends who have joined us from the staff and the faculty and our alum. So we're going to invite them to sing the solos on this song, and we're just going to celebrate. We're going to have some fun, and we're going to do some improvisation, making up some stuff that they've never ever seen in their lives. So hopefully they won't faint by the time we're done. Are going to be Brother Clifton Stephanie, who is an alum of ACE, who now actually has a daughter currently in ACE. Yes. Professor Baba Stafford, who is going to share as a solo as well. We've got two wonderful singers who are twins here in our community, and Sierra and Tiara Howland are going to share. We've got another member of our faculty who serves in technology area, Miss Raquel Hill, who's going to sing. And then we've got another one of our alums, Miss Brandy Carruthers, who's going to share with us as well. So we're going to have a great time as we sing this song about letting our light shine. But before we do, I just want to give a couple thanks and acknowledgments. We do want to thank again the School of Ed. Thank you, Brother Scott. I think I saw you somewhere, for all your help in getting us together. Thank you. We appreciate coming and your help. We do also want to say thank you and welcome again to our new dean here at the School of Music, Dr. Watson. We're certainly glad to have you with us and be with us today. And I understand he is a singer, and we'll have to get him in the choir next year, get him singing with us. We also like to acknowledge as well Dr. Charles Sykes, who's the Executive Director of the African American Arts Institute. We thank you for being here. And again, we thank Brother Johnny and the whole tech crew, Anya, Mia, everybody, Mia to the second power, Corbin, and the crew from the Institute that is working to help us bring this to life. And again, we're going to say thank you to all the alum, the faculty, and the staff who've come to be with us. We are so glad that you are here, and we're proud to be connected to you. And now that we have reconnected, let's stay connected, and let's keep this thing going on. So thank you for joining us. And then let me announce that we will be having auditions for all of our ensembles coming up soon, but in April is the whole month of all of our spring concerts. So you've got to plan now, put it on your calendar that you're going to be at one of these concerts. The dance company is the first weekend, the soul review is the second weekend, and we end up with the choral ensemble on the last weekend. The other thing that we're excited about is these wonderful musicians that are to my right and your left. We've got Alonzo Lawrence on the keys. We've got Terrell Sparks on the keys, former alum as well. We've got John Alvarez back there on the drums. And then we've got here as well, we've got our vocal coach, Darian Klantz, who's with us. Road manager Tiffany, thank you for your work. But we're also excited that this year we've got all three of the directors of the African American Arts Institute ensembles with us. So on the bass we've got here Brother James, Professor James Strong. And in the choir we've got Baba Stafford, Barry, who is singing with us as well. So we are grateful and excited. We hope you had some fun. We hope you have clapped your hands or rocked or tapped or done something in the last few minutes. So get ready. Now we're going to sing this song and then we're going to sing one more song together at the very end. But enjoy, celebrate, and let's have a party. Shine your light. This little light. Enjoy. And we want to say thank you to you. Thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to come and join us today. And we hope that you've enjoyed this celebration of song. But again, more importantly, we hope that as we celebrate Black History Month, that you will celebrate the legacy and the victories and the strength that came from our forefathers who helped to make our land a better place. And then determine that you can do just as they did and go out and make a difference. We're going to sing this one more song together. It's a song that many of you know. Some people call it the Unity Anthem, or it's an anthem of freedom that's often been sung throughout the Civil Rights Movement. It was originally written by Charles Tinley as a hymn and was adopted by the Civil Rights Movement, and they changed it to a song called We Shall Overcome. And as we sing that today, we hope that you take this message with you today, that we can make a difference, but know that we still have a little ways to go. And if we pass the baton to each other, we can carry on. We can carry on, we can carry on. So join us as we sing this, our final song, We Shall Overcome. We thank you again for being with us, but go forth and take the light and make the world a better place. We shall overcome. Thanks again.
So
thanks to all of you, all the beautiful people in the voices. Thank you for helping us celebrate Black History Month in a wonderful way. Thank you so much, everyone.